Deep in the frozen forests, long before humans understood strategy, politics, or business, wolves were already running one of the most efficient organizations on Earth. Not a company, not a corporation, not an empire, but a pack. A synchronized, disciplined, psychologically bonded unit capable of bringing down prey 10 times their size with almost zero communication. And today, we break down how wolf psychology secretly contains the greatest team-building blueprint ever discovered. Most people misunderstand wolves completely. They imagine chaos, aggression, or fear, but wolves are the opposite. They are order, loyalty, precision, and intelligence. They do something even humans struggle with. They win together. In a world full of ego, blame, competition, and internal conflict, wolves remind us that greatness is never built alone. You can go fast alone, but you can only go far with a pack. A wolf pack has no confusion about roles. Each wolf knows exactly who leads, who supports, who scouts, who protects, who watches the young, and who takes the final responsibility. When a pack moves, every wolf moves with confidence because there is no identity crisis. In business, confusion of roles destroys companies faster than competition does. Wolves teach us that clarity beats talent every time. The alpha wolf is not a tyrant. He is not the loudest, the biggest, or the most aggressive. The alpha is the calmest, the wisest, the most emotionally stable. He leads not by fear, but by presence. In business, the best leaders are not those who shout, threaten, or force compliance, but those whose presence inspires cooperation without words. The alpha wolf walks at the front only sometimes. Other times he walks at the back, watching his entire pack, protecting the weak, ensuring no one is left behind. This is one of the greatest leadership secrets in nature. You do not lead by constantly being in front. You lead by being exactly where your team needs you. Wolves do not tolerate chaos or emotional instability inside the pack. If one wolf becomes aggressive or unpredictable, the pack corrects it immediately. Not with punishment, but with discipline and alignment. Humans often let emotional people ruin entire teams. Wolves remind us that emotional discipline is not a privilege, it is a responsibility. Before every hunt, wolves perform a ritual, a silent moment of alignment. They stand still, reading each other's posture, energy, and intention. This is how they coordinate without speaking. In business, teams must learn to align energy before executing a plan. Wolves prove that the strongest communication is nonverbal. A wolf pack hunts not with speed, but with strategy. They surround, predict, test, and manipulate the prey's direction. They exhaust the target mentally before attacking physically. In business, most teams rush into execution without strategy. Wolves show us that preparation creates victory long before action begins. The wolf at the front sets the pace. Not too fast, not too slow. A leader's job is not to impress the team with speed, but to create a rhythm everyone can sustain. Companies die when leaders sprint alone. Packs survive because their pace protects their people. Wolves understand fatigue. When one wolf gets tired during a long chase, another wolf seamlessly replaces it. No ego, no blame, no shame, just support. Humans often burn out because they carry everything alone. But wolves teach us the power of rotation, using the strengths of each member at the right moment. When wolves eat, the old, young, and injured eat first. The alpha eats last. Because true leadership is sacrifice, not privilege. The leader stays strong by ensuring his pack stays strong. In business, leaders who hoard rewards destroy morale. Leaders who serve create loyalty that cannot be bought. Wolves rarely fight within the pack. Internal conflict is a luxury they cannot afford. Their survival depends on unity. Humans forget this. Most companies lose not to outside threats, but to internal ego battles, jealousy, and insecurity. Wolves teach us that unity is a competitive advantage. In moments of danger, wolves do not panic. They tighten formation. Anxiety is replaced with alertness. Fear becomes coordination. When storms hit your life or your business, you must pull your team closer instead of falling apart. Wolves embody the calm needed for survival. A wolf pack does not change its goal because the path became difficult. They remain committed until the hunt succeeds or fails cleanly. Entrepreneurs often shift direction at the first sign of difficulty, losing momentum and trust. Wolves teach us that consistency is not stubbornness, it is clarity in action. Wolves communicate with small signals, ear positions, tail angles, eye contact, breathing patterns. These microsignals maintain order. In business, micro-communication tone, posture, energy, timing determines how teams function. Wolves prove that communication is a silent art. When a wolf is injured, the pack slows down. No one is abandoned, because the pack is only as strong as its weakest member. In your business, ignoring the struggling member eventually weakens the whole team. Support is not charity, it is strategy. Wolves never copy other packs. They master their territory, their structure, their strengths. In business, copying competitors kills creativity. Wolves teach us that originality is survival, not luxury. Each wolf knows the pack's objective without needing constant reminders. This is called shared instinct. Great companies develop shared beliefs, a culture so strong that performance becomes automatic. When wolves travel long distances, they arrange themselves in a specific formation that reduces wind resistance. This allows the pack to conserve energy. In business, alignment reduces friction. Friction drains strength. Teams that are aligned move farther with less effort. Wolves do not allow outsiders to break their unity. They protect their bonds as aggressively as they protect their territory. In business, gossip, negativity, and betrayal are cancers. Wolves show us the value of loyalty as a survival tool. The alpha wolf's authority does not come from dominance, but from service. He leads by earning trust daily through consistency, wisdom, and calm power. Leadership is not a title, it is a behavior repeated until it becomes identity. Wolves do something extraordinary when one of them dies. The pack mourns silently, then reorganizes, adapts, and continues. They remind us that life moves forward, and leaders must be strong enough to carry the pack through loss without losing direction. When wolves hunt, they never waste food, effort, or opportunity. Efficiency is survival. Entrepreneurs who waste time, emotions, or resources destroy their own path. Wolves teach ruthless efficiency driven by purpose. Wolves teach us that silence is strength. They do not roar, scream, or brag. They move quietly, with purpose. In business, noise is insecurity. Silence is authority. Power is felt, not announced. At night, when the moon rises, wolves howl not out of chaos, but connection. This is their communication ritual, reminding every member that they belong. Humans underestimate the importance of connection. Wolves survive because they are bonded beyond strategy, bonded in spirit. The wolf pack never loses itself. Whether in hunger, cold, danger, storms, or darkness, they move as one. This unity is their true superpower. Businesses grow fast when people move together, not separately. Wolves represent a truth few understand. Strength is built in community, not isolation. A lone wolf may survive, but a pack conquers. Every wolf in the pack knows its purpose. Every action has meaning. Every movement has intention. Purpose is not a philosophy, it is a direction that makes even difficult roads feel meaningful. So tomorrow, when you step into your business, your work, or your leadership role, ask yourself, are you trying to win alone? Or are you ready to build a pack that wins without speaking? The wolf strategy is not about aggression. It is about unity, precision, loyalty, and psychological mastery. If this episode helped you understand the deeper wisdom of wolves, subscribe now to Sethtra Academy. Because next week, we step into a new world of psychological dominance. The shark mentality, how to sense weak competitors before they even move. Don't miss it.